Uh, my name is Malin Martin, and with me today is Michaela Howard and Rebecca Viorino. We are the District Small Business Liaisons, also known as DSBLs, here at Caltrans District 11. So we are on the small business team. We try to help the district out with all things small business and gaining small business participation in Caltrans procurement and contracts. Together, we will facilitate a 1-hour workshop on the basics of how to do business with Caltrans District 11, and we'll provide all the handouts that we talk about, as well as copy and paste all of the links in today's chat. And we'll give you a copy of this presentation as well after today's meeting. So if you have any questions, please drop them in the chat, and periodically throughout the presentation, we'll be able to hop on that chat and just answer some of the questions that might arise as the presentation goes along. And we'll also have time for questions at the end of the presentation. I also want to note that Caltrans ensures that no person in the state of California is excluded from participation in, denied the benefits of, or otherwise subjected to discrimination in Caltrans programs, policies, and procedures. I'm going to copy these links and paste them in the chat for you if you're interested in more information regarding our Title VI policies. Yeah, so we don't allow any discrimination for or on the grounds of race, color, national origin, sex, age, or disability. So please visit these links or contact the Title VI email that I've placed in the chat for any questions regarding the non-discrimination statement or the Title VI disclaimer. So what are our objectives? By the end of this workshop, we hope to have provided you with information regarding the following. We will provide you with an overview of certification programs Caltrans recognizes, as well as discuss the benefits of being a certified business. We'll also provide you with information on procurement and contracting processes, and we'll show you where to find the resources available to you, including demonstrating how to navigate the Department of General Services procurement portal, also known as Cali Procure. And lastly, we will briefly mention the roles and purpose of the District 11 Small Business Council. One of the most frequent questions we would ask a business looking to work with Caltrans is if they are certified. Caltrans recognizes 4 certifications. Through the state of California, we have the Small Business Certification, which includes micro and small business for the purpose of public works, and the Disabled Veteran Business Enterprise, or DVBE. Please note that when I say small business, this includes micro business and small business for the purpose of public works certification as well. In addition, through Caltrans, we also recognize the Disadvantaged Business Enterprise, or DBE. After this presentation, we'll send you a flyer called the ABCs of Certification, which runs through each of these certifications' respective requirements and application processes. You'll be able to refer to it as needed after today's presentation. Okay, the small business certifications listed on top are completed through the Department of General Services. Dropping these links in the chat for you. You can use their webpage called Cali Procure to access these certifications. All new and existing applicants must submit their applications to the Department of General Services, Office of Small Business and DVBE Services, also known as DGS OSDS. This can be done through the Cali Procure website, which is linked in the chat, or can be submitted via mail, like snail mail, but we highly encourage you to submit your application online. If all documentation is submitted correctly, you will be immediately certified after submitting your application. Please note that the DVBE certification is good for 1 year and must be renewed annually. However, if the DVBE is also a certified small business, then the certification is good for 2 years. This is generally a quick process, and DGS offers free one-to-one meetings to walk you through the process. The Disadvantaged Business Enterprise certification can be submitted through 10 varying California agencies, including Caltrans. For DBE certification, as of March 8th, 2021, CUCP certifying agencies transitioned to an electronic submission process. Visit the website that's linked in the chat to locate and apply through your neighboring certifying agency. Currently, Caltrans Office of Civil Rights is accepting both electronic submissions as well as paper submissions. If you elect to complete an electronic application, please note that only you will have access to the submissions, to the record once it's created. So only you have access to the record once it's created. This is just to ensure security of your new DBE/ACDBE application. By starting the process, it will initially be assigned to you and no one else can access unless you reassign it to another user for completion or explicitly grant access by clicking the Utilities tab and adding a user to the access list. You will have 90 days to complete and submit this new DBE/ACDBE application. Otherwise, the record will self-delete and it cannot be recovered. Therefore, you will need to begin the process again. However, periodic reminders will be sent to you by mail up to that point. When you become certified and participate on our contracts and procurement, you help Caltrans increase economic opportunities and meet our small business utilization targets, which are seen on the screen. These goals are a mandate by the state of California, and District 11 is committed to surpassing these goals every quarter. Small/micro business has a 25% goal over procurement and contracting, and DBEs have a 22.2% goal on federally funded contracts. Next slide, please. Okay, perfect. Although our goal is only 25% for small business and micro business, here in District 11, we regularly exceed these goals. In the first 3 quarters of fiscal year 2023-2024, so July 2023 through March of 2024, we exceeded the goal totaling to 67.6% and a total of $79.4 million awarded to small and micro businesses. We're still awaiting the data on that last quarter. But in the DBBE category, we had a utilization of 2.3% and a total of 2.6 million awarded to disabled veteran-owned businesses. So I'm certified, now what? Being certified gives you a competitive edge against non-certified companies. Certified small businesses are entitled to the following benefits. State agencies may use a streamlined process known as the SB/DBBE option by contracting directly with a California certified small business for goods, services, information technology, and public works projects. The solicitations must be between $5,000 and $249,999. So essentially $5,000 through $250,000. And the agency purchaser must obtain price quotes from at least 2 California certified small businesses. Please note our public works contracts have a threshold of $461,000. In addition, as a certified small business, you become a preferred bidder to the state. Specifically, a 5% bid preference on applicable state solicitations may be applied in contracts with non-certified small business and may be eligible. This gives you, the small business, the competitive edge as your bid will take precedence over non-certified small businesses bid. Okay, for example, if you have a bid preference during contract evaluation, your bid is evaluated at a lower price than your actual bid. How does that work? If you, a certified contractor, and a non-certified contractor are bidding on a contract and you bid at $102,000, and they bid at $100,000 on the same contract, typically the state would choose the lowest bid. That means in this example, you would lose on the bid because you are the higher bidder at $102,000. But as a certified small business, you get the 5% bid preference off, meaning $5,000 will be subtracted from your bid of $102,000, which makes your bid $97,000, making you the lowest bid. Please note that this math is just for contract evaluation purposes, and if you win the contract, you would still get paid what you quoted, which is $102,000. Under the Prompt Payment Act, in the event of late payments, the state must pay certified small businesses higher interest penalties. As a certified small business, you are automatically entered or listed in the state's SB/DVBE program database or Cali Procure. Cali Procure serves as the state's online marketplace or search engine for public agencies looking for certified small businesses and or DVBEs. Cali Procure allows your company to be visible to thousands of buyers throughout the state of California to find your company and try to include you in their contract. It also provides an opportunity to increase networking via outreach events sent to you by local agencies. Just to give some stats, I'm going to drop these links in the chat right now. So just to give you some stats, District 11 has awarded over $16 million in federal construction contracts with more than $26.8 million or 22.59% allocated to DBEs in federal fiscal year 2023-2024 up through March of 2024. We're still waiting again on the final data for the last quarter of the recent fiscal year. But effective October 2021, Caltrans DBE goal has been set to 22.2%, and this goal might change in the upcoming year due to a disparity study that's being conducted by the Caltrans Office of Civil Rights. But this study is to assess whether minority or women-owned businesses face any barriers in the Caltrans contracting processes. To learn more, visit the link on the slide or in the chat after the meeting. And as a side note, if you win a contract as a DBE, you must perform a commercially useful function or CUF, meaning you must perform the work as stipulated in the bid and provide the goods and or services listed in the initial bid response. Generally, CUF is not a problem, provided that you are transparent about how your business operates and what it is that your business is doing. Depending on the awarding agency, CUF is typically evaluated on each individual contract, and it's evaluated by the buyer or the contract manager before, during, and or at the end of the contract. All California certified SBs and DVBEs, contractors, subcontractors, and suppliers of goods and services bidding on or participating in a state contract, regardless of the procurement approach or the payment method used, must perform CUF. For Caltrans on a major construction project, generally speaking, it is the responsibility of the prime or awarded contractor to make sure that the listed entities perform a CUF, meaning the listed entities or entity must perform, manage, and supervise the item or area of responsibility they are committed to. The resident engineer or contract manager is responsible for ensuring that the awarded contractor follows all contract requirements. Prior to a major construction contract being awarded, the Civil Rights Contract Evaluation Unit reviews the prime's commitment to ensure the listed contractors or suppliers have the correct certifications to perform the type of work they are committing to. Once a project is in construction, the RE will monitor the CUF on the project. In regards to non-construction projects, the process is similar where the contract manager must review the awarded contractor's commitments and request source documents to ensure the correct entity is actually performing, managing, and supervising the item or area of responsibility that they're committed to. All right, I'm going to drop this final link in the chat for this portion of the presentation. So the DBE certification is recognized by local agencies in California who are recipients and subrecipients of federal funding dollars. Caltrans is a member of the Public Agency Consortium, which is a partnership of regional agencies focused on increasing the diversity of business participation on public agency contracts and procurement. We will provide you with a brochure after this meeting that will serve as an excellent quick resource to identify which agencies recognize which certifications. And another benefit of being DBE certified is that it expands the opportunity for to participate on federally funded contracts. Being certified also increases opportunity to network at events such as procurement fairs, pre-bids, Meet the Primes, and Meet the Subs events. You'll be listed in the California Unified Certification Program, or CUCP database. Like Cali Procure, you will be visible to other public agencies that utilize this database. Along with Caltrans, here is a list of other DBE certifying agencies in California. Please be advised that all the DBE certifying agencies share the same database, which is the California Unified Certification Program, or CUCP, and any updates to your DBE profile will be available to all these agencies. And your DBE certification can be utilized at several other locations in the San Diego area as well. We have a few of our partners listed above who also use the DBE certification offered by Caltrans. The Metropolitan Transit System, San Diego Unified School District, San Diego Housing Commission, SANDAG, and the City of San Diego are a few. I am going to pass this presentation off to Rebecca to go over some procurement and contracting processes.
Thank you, Malin. As Malin said, I'm Rebecca Viorino, one of the district small business liaisons here at Caltrans District 11. So during this segment of the presentation, I'll be going over Caltrans' various procurement and contracting processes. When you think of Caltrans, often the first items that come to mind when thinking what Caltrans purchases are power tools for landscaping, clean California items such as trash bags or traffic control or asphalt, concrete for the roadways, but Caltrans purchases a large array of items that are not typically seen from the roadway. Caltrans purchases almost everything you can think of. We consistently purchase office supplies, janitorial supplies, and PPE, for example. In the link listed on this PowerPoint slide, you can view which commodities are purchased most often by Caltrans. We also purchase some very odd items. In the past, we have purchased items such as goat or toad services, mostly for landscaping or environmental services. But this is a good example of the range in which we purchase items. Before Caltrans acquisitions analysis can purchase from outside vendors such as yourselves, the analyst must confirm that the product cannot be procured within the state first. So the analyst will need to first check surplus within Caltrans and the Department of General Services. Then check if the product is available through the Sacramento District Material and Store warehouses. Then the Prison Industry Authority. Then check leverage procurement agreements, LPA, which are mandatory and non-mandatory statewide contracts. As you can see on the slide, outside vendors are fifth in line. Outside of highway construction contracts, doing business with Caltrans typically starts with the Division of Procurement and Contracts, also known as DPAC. The Division of Procurement and Contracts is responsible for assisting Caltrans districts and programs with the procurement of information technology, IT, and non-IT commodities, service contracts, architectural and engineering, A&E contracts, minor public work contracts, the CalCard administration and compliance program, property control, and compliance reporting. To visit the DPAC website, you can go to the link on the bottom of the screen and click Procurement and Contracts. Once you're on the DPAC website, you have access to a lot of information. If your company wishes to sell a product to the state, a good link to click on this page is Seller Resources. On this page, you can learn more about the RFQs, requests for quotes, and the bidder instructions for doing business with Caltrans. Here you can access bidder instructions for two groups of informal solicitations, non-IT and IT commodities. As you can see on the screen, each procurement process has a different dollar threshold. For instance, for both non-IT and IT products less than 10,000, two quotes must be obtained. The seller resources page will give you more detailed instruction on how to provide your quotes depending on the dollar amount. For information regarding Caltrans major construction and maintenance projects, your best resource will be the Caltrans Contractors Corner on the Caltrans website. On this website, you can see all current advertisements and their goals, if available, and see the list of bid items on each project, opt in to projects you are interested in to get notified of any updates. Primes can advertise for assistance on their awarded projects. Contracts Corner will give you general information, advertisements, bidding, awards, and cost data. You can also find the link on our ABCs of certification flyer. Within the Contractors Corner webpage, you will also find the 24-month look-ahead report. This visualization summarizes 24-month look-ahead for construction capital totals. In other words, advertised amount, number of projects, and quantities based on advertised month. Projects in various counties are shown in the county in which the Caltrans District office is located. Projects with the status of RTL complete are ready to advertise pending allocation of funds by the California Transportation Commission. This tool is helpful to plan your future bids and schedule work according to your calendar year. Insurance. So contractors are not required to obtain insurance to bid on Caltrans projects. However, proof will be required prior to contract approval. If you're an overachiever, you're welcome to be pre-approved for the insurance requirements before bidding, which you can get information to do so on the following link. But please note that the insurance requirements for major construction may differ from other types of contracts. Contractors should review all the additional contract specifications for each individual contract. A really great tool on Contractors Corner corner to utilize is a capability to advertise within a solicitation. This site gives you primes an opportunity to seek assistance by advertising what services are needed for the contract. If you're a certified firm, I highly recommend going through these advertisements on the daily to see if your services are needed on a currently advertised project. Let's see. Oh, I'm so sorry, I skipped a slide. So this is an example of what an advertisement looks like within Contractors Corner. On the posting, you can see the opt-in button on the bottom, contract number, bidder inquiries, and so many tools to help you gain information regarding contract that you are interested in bidding on. Within a solicitation, you can see if the contract has goal requirements. In this example, the project has DVBE participation incentive up to $250,000, a small business preference, and a 25% SB requirement. A $6.7 million project might not be completed by a small business, but the prime who is awarded the contract will be required to meet the goal. Okay, now I'm going to go over this slide. A really great tool on Contracts Corner to utilize is the capability to advertise within a solicitation. This site gives primes an opportunities to seek assistance by advertising what services are needed for the contract. If you are a certified firm, I highly recommend going through these advertisements on the daily to see if your services are needed on a currently advertised project. To view this page, please go to the bottom of an Advertised Contractors Corner contract and click on the Prime's Advertise for Help, and you'll be able to see what kind of work the Prime is looking to sub out. Also in Contractors Corner, you have the ability to opt in to a project. This basically allows you to bookmark a project. This feature will notify you of any addenda issued or changes to the advertisement or project. If you are a sub, this is a great tool to see who the potential bidders on a project are. This gives you an opportunity to provide quotes to those primes for any services you can provide on this particular project. Minor B. The minor B term is in reference to the maximum contract amount currently set at $461,000. Emergency work that is within the minor B limit of $461,000 is referred to as an Emergency District Director's Order, DDO, which is administered by minor B staff. Emergency work greater than $461,000 is referred to as Director's Orders, DO. DOs are also administered by minor B staff, but this is specific to District 11. Other districts are set up differently. Regular minor B contracts, a maximum of $461,000, are advertised, awarded, and executed through DPAC. Minor B staff perform design and construction administration, which is also specific to D11. Projects starting with 11 are contracts administered by District 11. Here on the screen, you can see an example of a solicitation for a minor B contract. District 11 has a team of emergency work coordinators, which we call our minor B team. For any inquiries regarding the district's minor B program or for emergency work specific to District 11, you may email D11 minor B at dot.ca.gov and request to be added to the D11 list. The email should include all the information bulleted in the slide. So the question is, where can I sell to the state, find professional services contracts and construction contracts under $461,000? Caltrans partners with DGS to make doing business with the state of California easier. DGS maintains the California State Contracts Registry, also known as CaliProcure, an online portal where many of Caltrans bidding and contract opportunities are advertised. The functions available in this portal include bidder registration, where all bidders can set up their profile. SB and DVBE firms have already been pre-registered in the system. They are able to update their profiles, including their keywords and desired notifications. Getting SB, DVB, SB, PW certified, new applicants can apply for certification on CaliProcure. Firms already certified can update or renew their certification information. You also have the ability to search for other certified small business, disabled veteran business enterprise, small business, public works firms. Lastly, you can search for bid opportunities and receive notifications on these opportunities. On the CaliProcure website, you can find information on how to sell to the state, get certified, find public procurement information, and training and resources. Our team and I suggest clicking on the quick links at the top. On this tab, you will find bid opportunities, find certified firms, and find state contracts, and find past purchases. Here you can see the event ID at the top of the bid posting, 11A3859, and the event name underneath. To view the scope of the work, click on View Event Package. This will include all the details of the contract. To post a vendor ad as a subcontractor willing to perform work on this contract, click the View Vendor Ads. To find contact information for this contract, look under Contact Information. I will later discuss more information on pre-bid conference information. In addition to making sure that your company's contact information is always current, if I can give you the biggest tips regarding CaliProcure ads, take note of these 5 things. Number 1, the importance of paying attention to the due dates. Advertisements are generally posted for between 10 and 15 working days, and late bids will not be accepted. Number 2, submit any and all questions about the solicitation to the acquisition analyst by the questions and answers date noted on the advertisement. Answers will be posted along with questions as an addendum. Number 3, watch out for addendums. You may miss important updates or clarifications regarding the project, which can potentially deem you a non-responsive bidder. Number 4, research SB and DVBE subcontractors for state-funded contract goal participation and incentives that may be offered in the solicitation. For federally funded projects, research the DBE database instead. And lastly, number 5, verify licenses, permits, and certifications required in the solicitation for both you and your subcontractors. Public bid openings for formal competitive solicitations are held at 2:30 p.m. every other Tuesday and every Thursday on the first floor conference room at 1727 30th Street in Sacramento, as well as via teleconference, unless stated otherwise on the solicitation. We highly recommend viewing the solicitation for the specifics of the bid conference information, as they are subject to change. Bidders may participate via teleconference by calling 866-700-7952 and entering passcode 7089821# when prompted. Bid results are posted within 24 hours of the bid opening and can be viewed on the DPAC webpage by clicking on bid results under the contracts header. Contracts are awarded to the contractor based on different criteria dependent on the solicitation type. It is extremely important that you read the instructions in each advertisement or solicitation carefully and completely to ensure that you have met all of the criteria for the appropriate contract type. Some of the various types of solicitations you may encounter are invitation for price quote solicitations are awarded to the responsible SB DVBE bidder with the lowest dollars bid. This is the only option that will not appear on CaliProcure. Invitation for bid solicitations are awarded to the responsible bidder with the lowest dollars bid. Request for offer solicitations are awarded to the responsive bidder with the lowest dollars bid, or the bidder that offers the best value. Requests for proposal solicitations are specific to consulting services that are awarded to the responsible bidder with the lowest dollars bid, or the bidder with the highest points based on evaluation of the proposal. And lastly, requests for qualification solicitations are specific to architectural and engineering services and are awarded to the most qualified consultant. So that is it for my portion of the presentation. I will now hand it over to Michaela Howard to talk about opportunities and resources.
Thanks, Rebecca. Morning, everyone. It's the final section of the presentation, and we'll take your questions at the end, so thank you. So who are your resources at Caltrans? As you know, Caltrans is divided into 12 districts, so each district has at least one small business liaison. We're lucky in District 11 that we have 3 of us. The liaison who can assist you with networking and procurement opportunities within that specific district. The small business liaison is also the point of contact for small business activities in their specific region. These liaisons also conduct trainings such as this one, organize outreach events, and they participate in networking events with other state agencies and small business organizations locally. This is in person as well as virtual. And just for reference, we are District 11, so we serve San Diego and Imperial County. Businesses are encouraged to contact their Caltrans DSBLs to determine if there's a current need for their products. With regards to your procurement opportunities, networking with your DSBLs is a good way to market your products to Caltrans. To get the most up-to-date information, contact information, we suggest that you visit the Office of Civil Rights website that Malin just linked in the chat, and you can reach out to the liaison that is closest to your place of work. And just for reference, we put our information here on the screen. We have a shared inbox that Malin can put in the chat box as well. Further information on statewide outreach events can also be found at the Office of Civil Rights Outreach Calendar. This calendar shows all upcoming outreach events throughout the state that could be beneficial for you and your business to attend. They include workshops such as this one, trainings, in-person events, and much more. And you'll be able to see which district they're in or the city that they're in. So on the screen here, we see next week in San Diego, there's a large Meet the Primes event that is being held by the San Diego Airport Authority. So if you want more information on that, you can follow this link or you can reach out to us as well. The next opportunity we want to mention, and Rebecca kind of touched on it earlier, is the mandatory pre-bid meetings. So if you look at the advertised project page, projects that have a mandatory pre-bid meeting will be identified with the bolded text right below the contract number. And this is very important to note. Each Caltrans district independently selects contracts for mandatory pre-bids, and not all contracts have a mandatory pre-bid meeting. Mandatory pre-bids serves as a networking opportunity for primes and subcontractors. Both primes and subcontractors learn contract requirements and have the opportunity to ask questions to Caltrans project staff. For prime contractors planning to bid, a mandatory pre-bid must be attended by a firm's decision maker in order to be considered a responsive bidder and eligible for award. All prime contractors who wish to bid on a contract that has a mandatory pre-bid are required to attend this meeting, or their bid will be deemed non-responsive. If you're interested in a project that has a mandatory pre-bid, we encourage you that you need to attend the meeting. Caltrans District 11 and the San Diego Association of Governments, or SANDAG, are pleased to introduce you to the CalMentor Mentor Protege program that is geared towards architecture and engineering, or A&E contractors. This program is designed to encourage and support small businesses through voluntary partnerships with mid-size and larger firms. Specifically, the program aims to increase the participation of small A&E firms in public transportation projects in the San Diego region. This program intends to promote partnerships with private consulting industry, increase the pool of small firms participating in transportation projects by providing them with opportunities to network and partner with larger established firms, help structure the interaction between mentors and their proteges so the proteges can reach their full potential. The type of mentoring may differ from one mentor-protege pair to another. Normally, it will depend on the predetermined agreement between the two. Mentoring is provided based on the needs of the protege and the resources available from the mentor. If you want more information on this program, you can follow the link below, or you can reach out to us to learn when the new cycle will begin. Another program that is a little more recent than the CalMentor program is our Construction Mentor Protege program, and it is available in all of the 12 districts. The mission of the Construction Mentor Protege program is to assist the development of emerging construction companies so that they can compete successfully on Caltrans projects. It is set up like the Mentor Protege program through CalMentor, but it's more of a group mentoring. So if you want more information on that, please follow the link in the chat, or you can reach out to us. They're always accepting new applications, and the District 11 next cycle should begin early next year. District 11 Small Business Council was established to promote the effective implementation of federal and state requirements, as well as to assist with issues relating to the participation in Caltrans contracts. These meetings provide forums in which small businesses can offer suggestions from their perspective in an advisory capacity on Caltrans practices and procedures. These meetings are well attended by businesses, council members, Caltrans staff, including our executive team, and other public agencies. We're always accepting new council members, so if this is interesting to you or you'd like to attend one of our meetings, please let us know. Another great resource that we offer here at District 11 is our committee meetings. So this kind of get into the nitty gritty of either if you're in the construction or commodities world, so if you work in construction or if you sell products, or our professional services committee, so that's going to be geared towards A&E firms. And it's a great way to bring things up to the council and meet other small businesses in your field. So our next meeting will be October 23rd, 2024. That'll be the last one for 2024. And we should have our new calendar as well sometime soon if you're not able to attend that meeting. So I know we went over a lot today and you might have specific questions. We do offer free one-to-one meetings with our small business team. So it'll either be myself or Rebecca that you'll meet with. We can meet in person or virtually. So these are free one-to-one meetings. We can cover whatever that you have questions about, or we can go through exactly what we talked about again today. It's completely up to you, and we want to value your time and guide you the best way that we can. So please feel free to schedule a one-to-one meeting with us, and we would be happy to meet with you. And Malin put the link in the chat, so you can click on that and schedule it from there, or you can give us a call if you have any questions, and our phone number is on the screen there. And I believe that's all we have for today. We'd like to open it up for any questions. You're able to raise your hand if you want, or you can type in the chat box as well. We have a question from Mario. When will the new A&E Calmentor cycle start? So we're currently about to celebrate the mid-cycle of this one, the current Calmentor program. So I would assume late next year they're going to start accepting applications. Again, that's just for District 11. So if you're in another district or anything like that, you will have to reach out to that small business liaison. How can I register for the new one? Mario, if you're able to send us an email, we can get you in contact with the Calmentor team, and I believe they might have a wait list for the next meeting. And Stan, yes, we'll send out a copy of the presentation as well as all the documents that we talked about by the end of this week.
I believe Mario has his hand raised.
Yeah. Yes. Well, first of all, thank you so much. This is very informative. One last question, which is regarding the email. Which email should I use to request the Calmentor to be added to the list for the Calmentor program? Is it this one, district11.smallbusiness@dot, or the other one on the website, district11.consultants.services?
Oh, you can reach directly out to consultant services. Yeah, we were going to connect you with them, but yeah, either is fine.
Understood. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Any other questions about anything we reviewed this morning? Okay, the three of us will, oh, got one right here. Do you assist with capability statement and other requirements in order to submit for bids? So our team does not do that. We try to kind of keep away from the bidding and purchasing portion and be able to assist small businesses in getting prepared for that. But we do have a lot of resources to be able to help you. So we can send you over, we can just send out in the email we send after this with all the other documents, the email for the Small Business Development Center and Apex Accelerators. So they're small business resource centers who you can do, oh, perfect, there's a link in the chat right there. You can actually get an advisor with them and they can sit and help you with the capability statements. They can walk over how to submit a bid and any other kind of nitty-gritty on the purchasing portion. And all of their services are free as well. Thank you. How can we get the opportunity to have our product, Green Binder, be used in a pilot with Caltrans District 11? I would recommend scheduling a one-to-one meeting with us so we can see what your product is and maybe the best way to market it to our district. Oh, perfect. We can meet again with you, Rinaldi, if you would like, and go from there. If you have any other questions, you can feel free to unmute yourself as well. Okay, the three of us will stay on for a few more minutes if anybody has any questions, but we just want to thank you all for being here this morning and getting more information on how to do business with Caltrans District 11. And we hope to see you guys at an outreach event sometime soon or in a one-to-one meeting. So thank you all.